This is Tennessee in 10. Headlines and weather from around the state in less than 10 minutes.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. I'm Amanda Hara at WSMV in Nashville. The Shelbyville mother accused of killing one of her sons and then trying to kill the other is expected to be in court this morning. Patricia Sylvester is charged in the murder of her 12-year-old son, Esteban. That was back in July. Police say she admitted to strangling Esteban to death and also admitted to trying to kill her 4-year-old son. Sylvester was taken to the hospital for a mental evaluation when she was first arrested. We have new details in the deadly jet ski crash that killed a dad and his son on Cheatham Lake. We're hearing from a man who was camping at the lake and saw what happened, and for him, the story is personal. Mark Graves lost a son of his own, so this story hits home for him. He was camping when 36-year-old Stephen White was pulled from the water after hitting a barge. It took crews another 24 hours to find the body of White's 9-year-old son.
It's just heartbreaking, for the families that, that lost a son and a father as well. I lost a son 5 years back, and I can sympathize with the family's feeling. It's something that will never go away.
Well, these mark the 21st and 22nd deaths from a boating accident this year across the state. The TWRA says both father and son were wearing life jackets. A Vietnam veteran is back home in Tennessee after a trip to the White House. The president just awarded Larry Taylor the Medal of Honor. Chattanooga held a welcome home parade for him. Taylor was flying a helicopter in Vietnam in 1968 when he learned that a 4-man team was pinned down by enemy forces. He was low on fuel and ammo, but decided to dive in and save the team anyways, using his Cobra gunship, a feat never accomplished before.
When I got about halfway through it, I thought, what the hell am I doing? We never lost a man, and we never left anybody behind for any reason.
Taylor reunited with those men at a reunion 30 days later. He received the Medal of Honor 1 week ago.
Here are your top stories from the Mid-South. Today, Margolin Hebrew Academy school officials are on Capitol Hill for a congressional briefing related to the school's safety and security following the attempted school shooting in July. 32-year-old Joel Bowman, a former student of the academy, was arrested after officers say he attempted and failed to enter Margolin Hebrew Academy with a gun. Later that same day, Bowman was shot by a Memphis police officer when they say he threatened the officer who pulled him over with a gun. A judge scheduled his preliminary hearing for October 12th. And more than 100 guns are on the streets this morning after a huge burglary from a pawn shop in Atoka over the weekend. The accused thieves were spotted leaving Tipton County, heading into Shelby County. According to Atoka police, the thieves smashed a car through the front of the store before taking off with weapons. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office is aware of the burglary and is assisting in this investigation. A $10,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest. Those are your headlines from the Mid-South.
Good morning. I'm Whitney Turner in the WVLT newsroom. Right now, a former councilman accused of raping an underage girl could be in Tennessee. Take a look at your screen. This is 55-year-old Stephen Sumner. He's facing 18 charges, including 15 felony counts related to the rape. He could be in the Gatlinburg area, but also has connections in Waynesville, North Carolina, and Maryland. He could also be with this woman, Sharon Barker. If you know anything, call police. And a team of 12 cyclists is on the road this morning, pedaling across the country to raise awareness for Alzheimer's disease. The Pedal for Pat team left Knoxville yesterday morning and will pedal 1,098 miles in honor of Tennessee basketball legend Pat Summitt's NCAA wins. This endurance ride is over the course of 12 days and goes through 5 states, stopping at several SEC schools along the way.
I was a coach at UT cross country when Pat was coaching and knew her well and loved her, respected her, and just when she got Alzheimer's in her 50s, I think it just woke a lot of people up about this disease.
The team leaves Asheville this morning, headed 68 miles to Greenville, South Carolina. All funds raised benefit the Pat Summitt Foundation and the Pat Summitt Clinic to help continue the fight against Alzheimer's. Well, an 8-year-old boy is recovering after unintentionally shooting himself in Morgan County. The child grabbed a firearm, kept on top of his family's refrigerator, and shot himself one time in the chest. He's doing okay. The boy's mom was home at the time. He was released from the hospital and is recovering. We spoke with a gun safety instructor who wants to remind all owners that safe gun storage is extremely important, especially when children are in the home. She said any gun owner should take the time to think about where you keep your guns.
People think on top of the fridge is a good place, because somebody can't reach it. But you've got to think about whether you have kids or don't have kids. If they're coming into your home, where are my guns at, right? Keep those put away.
The State Department of Safety provides free gun locks to any Tennessean who asks for one, but using one is not required by any state law. Well, a couple of workers had a surprise visitor join them at a job Friday morning in Gatlinburg. Take a look at this. While on break, the team noticed their service truck was rifled through. After checking out the homeowner's security camera, they watched a black bear leaving through the front passenger window. The bear then climbed on top of the truck, made its way off of the property with the co-foreman's lunch. Fortunately, no one is hurt, and the bear got away. In the WVLT newsroom, those are your top headlines around East Tennessee.
All right, meteorologist Stefano DiPietro joining us here back in Nashville with a look at the forecast across the state. A lot of folks getting that nice little cool down today.
A little cool down, a little rain to worry about as well, but nothing that's going to cause any big problems. You'll just want to keep the umbrella handy through this afternoon. Those showers and, yes, even a couple rumbles of thunder will continue to work their way through the state as we go through this afternoon. There should be a good temperature range. Areas out in East Tennessee like Knoxville and Chattanooga where we're getting a little bit more sunshine. Temperatures will get back in the 80s, but cloud cover, rain showers, and a passing cold front keep us in the 70s from Nashville, Lawrenceburg, Tiptonville, and Memphis. Now the rain and the cloud cover, all of that dissipates overnight tonight. It'll be a cool start to our day tomorrow, mostly in the 60s. Some higher elevations may end up in the 50s. 65 Knoxville, 68 Chattanooga, 63 in Nashville and Memphis at 65. It will be a little bit of a warmer day tomorrow, but for this time of year, it's actually below average. The difference between today and tomorrow is actually that we'll have some more sunshine. So that'll let temperatures get back to at least 80 in some spots. Nashville at 80, Memphis 80, but we'll be in the 70s in some spots like Cookeville, Lawrenceburg, areas out near Knoxville also sitting near 80, and Chattanooga at 83. The rest of this week, things are staying dry. Temperatures should do just this in the 70s, lower 80s throughout the day, but down to the 50s eventually overnight, Amanda.
All right, getting lower as we go into the evening. Stefano, thanks. That's a look at your news and weather across the state. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10 in Nashville at WSMV. I'm Amanda Hera. Have a great day.
This is Tennessee in 10. Headlines and weather from around the state in less than 10 minutes.